Hello and welcome to this installment of Talking Trim. I'm Jonathon Skinner and today we're looking at the weather equipment items for the Jaguar E-Type Open Two-Seater Roadster Series 3 models. So that's the V12s only for the Roadsters obviously. And what we've got is effectively the soft top convertible hood. We've got the hood frame envelope cover, or the top boot cover as our American cousins call it, which is effectively what covers up the hood when it's retracted back and down. And then at the front here, we've got elements for the header rail. A couple of different options why I've laid out things next to each other. And it's worth noting that this kit includes, should we say, upgrade versions. So starting at the back here, the hood frame cover, this has actually been done in leather, which is definitely an upgrade. Originally from the factory, both the top boot cover and the soft top convertible hood would have been made in the same material and same colour as one another. Generally speaking, that would have been the PVC Everflex hooding material, which is effectively the waterproof version of vinyl. Some cars may have left with the Mohair Canvas material, which was commonly seen on the earlier E-Types. This hood, in fact, has been done in that Mohair Canvas, but a lot of the Series 3s, they started to work to a bit more constrained budgets, and so they started introducing the PVC hooding element for there. But effectively those two items would normally match one another in terms of materials and colours. But this customer here, this is all going to over to a customer in Italy. He's gone for a full leather kit in, this is what we call French blue, which confusingly Jaguar referred to as French blue and light blue, just to really throw the cat amongst the pigeons. And he's gone for a full leather kit. Absolutely everything has been done in leather, and a few upgrades to the centre console. In fact, tune into a couple of the other videos on my channel and you will see those very items. But yeah, he took a bit of inspiration from my V12. I have the pleasure of owning a Series 3 Roadster myself, and obviously we went to town on that and we've done everything in leather as much as we could, and I showed him some photos and a video of that and he wanted it basically exactly like that, just in a different colour. So that's what we've done. So that's been done in leather. Like I say, the soft top convertible hood's been done in Mohair Canvas. Then at the front here, we've got a couple of different items for the header rail. So let's start there. Let me work my way around. So at the very front here, we've got the header rail pad. It's effectively a two-piece foam pad, which is to potentially replace your damaged padding underneath this header rail here at the very front end of the soft top convertible hood. So really depends. It might be absolutely fine and you might not need to replace it, but we do offer this latex molded foam version if you do want to spruce that element up there. So that's one element of a kit. All of these items, it should be noted, are sold individually. None of them are included as standard in the trim kit. They're all considered an optional extra. So effectively that's one item, header rail retrim, that's another, soft top's another, hood frame's another, etc. They're all sold separately to one another in car sets, so enough to do one car. So that's the padded header rail there. You've then got the material to retrim the header rail. Now, dependent on obviously what you want in your car, but also originality from the factory, the Series 3s tended to use black vinyl. This is why this is here. So that's black vinyl. It's basically about 1/2 metre, which is easily enough to retrim this section here. And normally it's not strictly speaking in kind of two pieces, but the way it can get trimmed, you can either cut this into two pieces or you can bend it down into the ridge. Depends on how confident you feel in trimming that area there. But as you can see there, the header rail, and this is from the Series 3 here, is in black vinyl. That's what was original for most Series 3s, but the earlier cars tended to use Dobby cloth. Dobby cloth is effectively an unbacked version, or plastic backed version of the underside of the hood. So you can see pretty much matches like for like there, but it's an unbacked version, so it makes it a bit thinner. That's available in beige or in black, and generally speaking you would match it to the inside of your hood, which again most colours are available in either black or beige on the underside there. So that's the header rail retrim kit. Like I say, either Dobby cloth, black or beige, or vinyl, normally black, but you know, you could have it in whatever colour you wanted depending on what look you're going for. Then we've obviously got the soft top convertible hood. Like I say, this has been made in Mohair Canvas, which generally speaking, the Series 1s and most of the Series 2s left with this material. It's a sort of creme de la creme of hooding. But when they got to sort of the late Series 2s and most of the Series 3s, they started switching to the PVC Everflex vinyl material, basically, which obviously we can offer. But most people these days, because, you know, they're an E-type and they've got a certain value associated with them, most people do go for the mohair versions. Now, obviously, they updated the hood quite significantly for the 312 Series 3s compared to the Series 1 and Series 2s in terms of the way it's fitted around. You had all these sort of Velcro elements that went around the side above the door. If I can just, well, it's the other, it's just up there. You have a bit of Velcro that basically goes across the other side of this, basically, and it holds it all in place. So obviously all of those elements are sewn and stitched in. You had the gutter channels, which obviously tries to direct the water as best as possible over and around the window. Then it came down the B post. You've got more Velcro elements around the back section here, and you have this element around the back here which gets fastened on around the car. Underside there, it's obviously got its stitch lines going left and right, and again they're going the right direction so that the water flows off it. Like I say, the backing on this is beige or black depending on the color. Well, sorry, most colors are available in beige or black backings. Some are only available in one, so do check for that and let us know, and we can guide on that element of things. And then obviously it's got the window sewn in there, and it has this element sewn onto the very last piece, which goes on the hood bow there. And while we're on the subject of the hood bow, we also do a hood bow retrim kit. Now, again, depends on how far you want to go with your restoration. Some people leave them blank and just painted. Other people do like to trim them. You can just about make out in this book here that they have been trimmed in a grey, in this case to match the underside of the PVC. This will be a PVC Everflex hood, which tended to only have grey backings to it. You can see that there, so it's been trimmed in grey. So we can offer material to retrim the hood bow. That tends to just be in that kind of Dobby cloth material, ever so slightly different to that version there, but not much in it. In fact, you could get away with interchanging them either way around, but we do at the moment have two different versions, which allows for slightly easier fitment. It's not much in it at all in the grand scheme of things. Obviously the soft top itself does come with the fixings that you need. We do not pre-insert fixings. That's a very foolish game. That should be done only during the fitment process and with due care and attention, because you may need to apply tension and manipulation in between the fixings to get the best fitment around the car. That's the retrim kit for the hood rods, as it were, that go from left to right on the car. And then finally, we've got the hood frame envelope or top boot cover, which is obviously this piece here, so it completely covers up the hood once it's folded down at the back there. And again, this was updated from the Series 1s and the Series 2s. So you had elements of Velcro, which are effectively in the same basic positions as these pieces here that attach. You can see the Velcro on the bodywork of the car, which goes down to it. Then they had a fixing in the corner as well. You then also had these kind of pockets here, which you manipulate the folded hood structure into. And then you also had, it's going to be hard to do one-handed because it's Velcroed, but you had this strip at the front here, which, like I say, goes from left to right there, and it's got Velcro on it there, and that's, you wrap that round the element of the hood bow to go up and round there, the very front there, and obviously that's the stitch where all the Velcro elements come in there. The underside of it, yeah, there you go, so you can see from left to right there. Yeah, I can't do it with one hand, I'm afraid. But yeah, so that helps keep it in place there. And then the underside of it we do reinforce so that it keeps it nice and rigid to the structure, as it were, and also protects from the elements of the hood frame. Darts are obviously sewn in to help with the shape as per the original design itself. But like I say, this is a leather one, so this is definitely an upgrade. We seem to be doing more and more of them these days. They do look really cool. And one thing to really keep in mind in this, and this is a very strong argument amongst all of the cars that we do that had similar setups, is the hood frame cover is only ever seen at the same time as the main interior trim. In fact, it sits directly behind the seats. So logic dictates that perhaps you should consider having it in the same colour and possibly the same material as the seats, because that's what it's on show with. And that, like I say, rings true for a lot of the cars of this era. They went a certain way back when, but actually common sense sometimes prevails with these sorts of things, and it's nice to keep it all in tune with the interior of the car. But completely up to you. It's something that we can offer, and I do really like them like that. But obviously a lot of people are driven by originality, and if that's your bag, not a problem at all. Just go for the either the PVC Everflex or the mohair element of things, so it all ties in with the actual soft top hood itself. Not a problem, we can do it however you want it. But yeah, I think that's kind of covered it. Like I say, all of these items are sold separately from the trim kit, and they're all sold individually as such. There's car sets worth, effectively. Sorry, going back to the hood frame, obviously we supply the fixings again, supplied loose, not pre-inserted. But yeah, all parts are sold separately in car sets. So that's kind of the crash course on what you would need if you were kind of doing everything to restore the weather equipment side of things. It's worth noting for the Series 3s, unlike the earlier cars, they did not use hood webbing. Hood webbing was only used on the Series 1 and Series 2s. Hood webbing effectively being webbing that went from kind of front to back of the header rail to the back of the car. And they also did not use hood straps. The early cars, in fact, should be able to find a photo somewhere. Yeah, there you are. You can see a hood strap there. And here, they would fit it to the earlier cars, but not the Series 3s, and there's the webbing there. Again, not fitted to the Series 3s, so just in case you're unfamiliar with that element of things, that is irrelevant for the Series 3s. But yeah, I think I've covered my bases there and probably a bit more. Sorry if that went on a bit too long. I hope you found it useful. Please remember to like, subscribe and share with other classic car enthusiasts. Of course, ask me any questions in the comments area below. Even better, get in contact via our website. We'd love to help you with your restoration, no matter what stage it's at. And yeah, please remember to like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.